Max Bazerman, The Power of Noticing What the Best Leaders See. Get ready to take off your blinders and uncover the power of noticing. In this summary of The Power of Noticing What the Best Leaders See by Max Bazerman, we'll explore the concept of inattentional blindness and how it can lead to errors in decision-making and leadership. Learn how to overcome this blindness by developing habits that will make you a better noticer, enabling you to spot subtle details and avoid danger. We'll delve into the challenge or disaster, motivational blindness in sports, and the art of misdirection by magicians, politicians, and salespeople, and discover how you can use the power of noticing to become a more effective leader. Embrace the extraordinary potential that lies in taking note of the seemingly ordinary, and allow it to transform your way of thinking, perceiving, and leading.
Overcoming inattentional blindness. Horses in busy cities wear blinders, and people can wear virtual blinders, too. This phenomenon is called inattentional blindness, which causes us to focus so intently on one thing that we become blind to other things that might be right in front of us. This summary recounts a video experiment conducted by psychologist Ulrich Neisserer in the 1970s, showing how people wearing either black or white shirts passed a basketball back and forth. Most viewers failed to notice a woman dressed in black and holding an umbrella walking through the scene, a classic example of inattentional blindness. The summary goes on to emphasize the importance of the power of noticing, the ability to focus without turning a blind eye to everything else. Lastly, the summary highlights that overcoming inattentional blindness can help prevent careless mistakes and enable individuals to become successful leaders. The danger of focusing on the wrong details. The Challenger disaster could have been prevented if engineers had paid attention to the right details. Focusing only on the failed simulations and ignoring the successful ones led to overlooking a crucial temperature condition, resulting in the death of 7 crew members. This highlights the danger of paying too much attention to the wrong details, which can have serious consequences beyond harmless omissions. Avoiding motivational blindness. Our self-interest can often lead us to overlook details or events that may pose a threat to us. This is called motivational blindness. It is challenging to remain neutral in a situation where our own interests may be at stake. Sports provide many examples of motivational blindness where players view opponents as more aggressive, and fans are incapable of watching a game objectively. Motivational blindness can also lead to overlooking bad behavior in pursuit of larger goals. The use of steroids in Major League Baseball from 1998 to 2001 is an excellent example of how managers and coaches ignored the dangerous and illegal practice to focus on winning. Being aware of this phenomenon is crucial in becoming an effective leader. Curbing motivational blindness. Motivational blindness, a phenomenon that causes individuals to overlook risks in favor of perceived rewards, can result in significant losses that could have been avoided. J.P. Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon learned this lesson the hard way when risky, profitable trades ended up costing the company $6.2 billion in just 1 month. To avoid falling prey to this phenomenon, individuals should never stop asking questions and regularly evaluate the sustainability and risks of their success. Additionally, it can be helpful to set rules and follow ethical guidelines to curb bias. Auditing firms, for example, implement strict rules such as not allowing auditors to work on the same account for too long or work for a company they recently audited. By staying alert and mindful of the potential for motivational blindness, leaders can prevent costly mistakes and ensure long-term success. The art of misdirection. Magicians, politicians, and salespeople are all masters of misdirection. A salesperson's job is to persuade us to spend as much as possible and steer us away from what we truly want or need. To avoid being misdirected, approach a situation in a logical fashion. Remember your objectives, identify your objective's most important criteria, and analyze your options. Stick to these steps to avoid making decisions you might come to regret. The perilous impact of small mistakes. Many corporate failures stem from a series of small errors and overconfidence that create a snowball effect leading to systemic failure. Researchers have found that in 75% of fraud cases, executives manipulated data due to unchecked optimism, further highlighting how a lack of attention to small errors can lead to disastrous consequences. The analogy of the frog in a pot of boiling water highlights how gradual change can deceive us into believing everything is okay until it's too late. This notion is particularly true for executives with a history of success, making small changes to cover up errors. Ultimately, this behavior can contribute to bloated fraud schemes. Catherine Schrand and Sarah Zekman's research into fraud also demonstrates that companies like Tyco International, HealthSouth and Enron were no exception to the systemic failure that grew from the failure to note minor mistakes. The power of attention to details. The art of noticing what's not happening is indeed an art that can benefit our daily lives, especially when it involves making decisions or solving problems. Recognizing what is missing can prevent you from making costly mistakes. In this book, the story of John Straker and his horse highlights how paying attention to details that are not there can lead to more compelling insights. Sherlock's curiosity helped him solve the case and discover that Straker was never murdered. By examining what didn't happen, he noticed that the guard dog knew the suspect, which led to more deductions. The same principle can be applied to your decision-making process, and you can use it to analyze whether a deal is too good to be true or if there is a hidden catch. Therefore, instead of solely focusing on what is happening, you should also focus on what is not. The things missing can be crucial to identifying the real situation. By applying the art of noticing what's not happening, we can make smarter and better informed choices. The hidden costs of low prices. Walmart, known for its low prices, places heavy pressure on suppliers to cut corners and compromise standards. This can have serious implications, as seen with the rejection of a safety-focused gas can model that was deemed too expensive. The indirect harm caused by decisions should be considered, as exemplified by Sears' quota system that encouraged employees to sell unnecessary repairs. It is crucial for leaders to think beyond short-term profits and evaluate the potential long-term consequences of their choices. Consumers should also be aware of the hidden costs of choosing cheaper products and question the methods used to achieve low prices. A focus on affordability should not come at the expense of safety and ethical standards. Predictable surprises. Predictable surprises occur when people are aware of the looming danger but choose to take no action, resulting in catastrophic events. Hurricane Katrina and the 9/11 attacks are prime examples of predictable surprises that could have been avoided if the warning signs had been heeded. To prevent such events from happening, it is vital to recognize the threat, prioritize it, and mobilize action. However, sometimes political or business interests can hinder taking necessary actions, leading to disastrous outcomes. It is essential to acknowledge and be proactive in preventing predictable surprises to avoid such catastrophic events. The power of noticing. Developing the skill of noticing can make you a better leader and decision-maker. Being a first-class noticer means being open to what the data suggests and avoiding being misdirected. Instead of letting your own interests get in the way, view situations as an unbiased outsider. Learn from your mistakes and use your skills to help others. Notice the dogs that don't bark, prevent predictable surprises, and be highly suspicious of things that sound too good to be true. While focus is crucial, noticing is better when it comes to making critical decisions. Keep striving to improve yourself and keep learning from your experiences. Being a first-class noticer requires perseverance and a willingness to learn and adapt.
Having traversed the insights offered by The Power of Noticing, What the Best Leaders See, you are now equipped to unlock the true potential of your decision-making and leadership skills. By overcoming inattentional blindness, identifying and curtailing motivational blindness, and staying focused on what's truly relevant, you can make informed choices amidst distracting situations, evaluate options more effectively, and prevent predictable surprises. The road to becoming a first-class noticer begins with implementing these powerful strategies, remaining vigilant, and continuously challenging yourself to notice the hidden, subtle, and overlooked. Strengthen your leadership skills and see the remarkable impact that noticing can have on your life and the lives of those around you.